Mama.
Yeah?
She happy.
We're signaling something. Yeah.
No.
Go over there. Look, look. Look over here.
Jason, the 50 caliber, one more pass through to see if it's even anywhere. One in charge there is Captain, Ranger Captain. Oh, there the girls, they were hiding. Look at that. What? Let us scratch on them. Check this fellow. Even one officer, he's the most valuable one. He's going to have information to make the news over. Captain wants the capitals out. Take them back on the lines. They'll be interrogated. They'll be put into temporary prison. Probably shipped back to Florida for the rest of the war. Where they'll be said, probably the innocent criminals and the innocent how to stay here after the war's over. Just grab some of that. Oh, now the commander wants to go forward. Maybe I'll think he's by himself. He's thinking about it. Maybe they'll strengthen the numbers after all. And as reluctant as he is to accept it, I think the commander has to extend to the captain's authority. This gentleman, I believe, was this battle, so I think they've taken the field. And I think that we owe appreciation to the Americans who have defended us. And also to one British commando. And to the Germans who are lying down dying but still assaulting. Resurrect, gentlemen, resurrect. Hey, thanks so much for coming out today. If you're wondering why we left the battlefield, I didn't feel we had to go enough doors to stay in here alone. We're going to fall back with the rest of our company. But as you can see, we did clear the battlefield and run the trooper away. We held safe the civilians with very few casualties. This has been an example of a very small skirmish in the Second World War. One of literally thousands that would have happened. Tactics that we used during the Second World War we sent forward a couple of scouts to begin with the evacuation. We got on the some. That started going against it. We got my phone to operate and called up the scouts that was turned the battle in our favor. During the Second World War, for those who don't know, 290 about 500,000 total deaths, including those killed in plane accidents, plane crashes, etc. The war lasted for us from December 7, 1941 to September 2nd, 1945. I've been fortunate enough to visit the Arizona Memorial in Pearl Harbor and stand at the site where the war began. And I've also been fortunate enough to be standing on the USS Missouri on the very spot where the war ended. I tell you, if you've ever had the opportunity to do that, you're very lucky indeed. Who here has been to Pearl Harbor? Very moving sight. And real quick before I let you guys get out of the sun, let me give you a quick rundown of our work in World War II. On December 7, 1941, the United States had a population of about 134 million. Of that 134 million, 16 million went into the military service, guys. 16 million, more than 10% of our total population. And even with those people gone, the young, healthy men for the most part, and this is certainly not to denigrate the contributions of the women during that time, we managed to produce the tanks, the planes, the ships, the clothing, the rifles, the bullets. We drilled oil, refined it, turned it into gasoline, and shipped it to produce food. We did this not only for our troops, but for our allies as well, including the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union rolled into Berlin in April 1945, many of them were riding in trucks made in Detroit, Michigan. You go Detroit. It was a war and a time like no other, which this country stepped forward onto the world stage, and indeed did what a former president said about our World War II issue. A former president, gentlemen, I did not vote for either time, and I would not vote for his wife either, but that's another story. He said this of our World War II veterans, that their ranks are growing thinner, and they've lost a little spring in their step. But never forget, when these men were young, they saved the world. Thank you very much for coming out today. First, we're going to take this yellow rope down. Youngsters, if you would like to come out and pick up any of the eggs, spit, brands, carving shell, take home a souvenir, so youngsters, come on out and get your souvenirs for the McDonald's.
They call it the Monroe effect. And here you have to Google this, but when blast waves meet at the right angle, it magnifies the force. Yeah.
Right. And if it's a little off, it indicates it. So if it's shaped right, it...
Right, and of course the German engineers, found the optimum angle. It was actually discovered by an American contractor for the U.S. Navy in the 1880s. It wasn't used on a weapon, as far as I know, until this, 1942, say. This part is standoff distance. It requires like a 10,000th of a second for that molten spike to form. Because again, that cone of sheet steel is forming into a molten spike, and that's what it penetrates through.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a strange thing, but it happens.
Oh, it kind of makes its own own bullet.
Yeah, exactly. The Germans call it a thorn, and I've actually seen a photo in a book of an actual thorn, and yeah, it's about that long, and it's maybe 3/4 inch diameter, and it punches right through. So all the steel in that hole went into the tank as well. So it's a bad day if you're in the tank.
True.
It's not going to kill the whole crew. It's not going to completely destroy the tank. You want to disable the tank, so it's now more vulnerable. So the thing is,
they're going to be really nervous.
well, yeah, but the thing is, they learned early on you have to support tanks with infantry. So there's probably infantrymen behind the tanks that now know where you are. There's a cloud of smoke. So now they're after you. So you don't work alone like they show in movies. You're working in a team, and people are covering you, et cetera, et cetera. But it's extremely hazardous. In fact, it's so hazardous that the Germans will give you a special ribbon if you knocked out an enemy tank with this. It goes here on the right sleeve. It's called the Tank Destruction Badge. There's actually somebody walking around with one on. If you knock out 5, it becomes gold, that sort of thing. That is an anti-personnel mine called the Shrapnel Mine, 1935. Well, we called it the Bouncing Betty because it launches out of this outer can. The outer can is just like a mortar tube. Inner can pops up and then explodes, say 5 feet in the air, and you're sprayed with that. High speed. So you're like Swiss cheese now. 360. You got tripwire, and compression fuse in the middle. So if you step on it, boom. You
The
trip
original
over here.
IED.
Yeah, right. Well, this actually isn't improvised.
Right.
Yeah, this is a little more improvised than this. This is factory made, so it's buried up to, about here, just enough so that these wires, can be free.
Supposed the wires be attached to something else out this way, like?
A stake, a tree, something, yeah. And usually 3 or 4 inches, enough to clear your foot so your toe will catch it.
Could you get your hand back there
Oh, sorry.
please?
That was used a lot in Vietnam, right?
Well,
No.
descendants of them, yeah. Not
No.
this.
That-
This
Right,
is
right.
World War
hand
II
on-
German.
It.
What?
Could you get your hand back on the
Oh,
ball?
I'm sorry. They said off the table.
Thank you.
I don't do much.